Hey folks, Doc here. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. I had a pretty good Christmas. I had a real good Christmas. Had to put some work into it, had to put some effort into it, but I got a really great Christmas gift. Let's see what I got going on, huh? As you can see and saw in the night before Christmas video, I've done a little rearranging in the shop and got that corner a little bit cozier. And I've had to jockey things around once more. I got, the bins over in that far corner, and I moved the toolbox and stuff to a more logical location. My next mission is to organize these shelves. As you can see, I've got my chop saw and miter saw stand in here, as well as my ladder and a couple of other cool things, because I've been doing some stuff. A lot of rearranging, in fact. And as I back away here, you can see that I've got Commando in the shop. Hey, I have a tractor in the shop. That's right. Did I disassemble it and send it through the window? Did I take the wheels off and turn it sideways through the door? No, I didn't do that. What did I do? What took me a pile of work and made Doc's Christmas awesome? Yeah, that's right. Garage door. Sprocket's Garage now features a garage door. That's right, folks, I got her done. This is like best Christmas gift ever. I mean, the weather was awesome. So, when I wrapped up work on Wednesday, came up here and started tearing the wall apart and framing it for the garage door. And Thursday installed the garage door. It had me a Merry Christmas. Fan-frickin-tastic. Let's have a look on the inside. There you go. One garage door where there never used to be one. Got everything installed, everything working. Tensioning that spring was a bit of an interesting proposition. Never done that before, but well, I guess we have YouTube for that sort of thing. Yes, we do. Yeah, so I got everything framed in, door installed, all the hardware up and running. Now, the only thing I have to do, because I ran out of tuck tape, is I got to fix the insulation in the vapor barrier, where I did the track support brackets. Yeah, see, she's kind of open at the moment. Can't have that. But yes, excellent. So I moved the toolbox to a more logical location near the front, near the door, near where the projects are going to be. That's right, and as you can see, we've got Suburban Commando in here getting a little bit of work done. Nothing too serious yet, just some important stuff that I needed for operation. And I'll show you what I've done so far, which isn't much, and it isn't anything you haven't seen before out of me. But I'll give you the heads up on what I've done. I guess we'll start with the gas pedal. This did come off Mule 2, as some of you know. Originally, this was cut down and recycled. It was from a 1983 or 84, I can't remember offhand, Honda Interceptor motorcycle. It was the brake pedal. And, just cut the bracket down a little bit and just made her happen. So there's the gas pedal. Works like a charm. It's a beautiful thing. It's got a built-in return spring, yada yada yada. Excellent. Got it to fit the tractor pretty well there. Had to do a wee little small cutout in the running board. Not much. I made use of one existing bolt hole and drilled another hole, and away we go. This bolt you see here is a temporary spacer. I just needed it to keep the washers the same distance apart so it would clamp the cable on the other side, otherwise the cable tried to shoot out. I'll do something a little bit better later, but for now it's functional. And the dashboard. Okay, so the light switch is still the light switch. The choke isn't hooked up yet. I took out the ammeter. I'm going to have to install a bigger ammeter later, something that shows more than 30 amps, because the alternator that is not yet installed is going to be capable of producing a lot more than 30 amps. And I've got my aftermarket universal ignition switch there, and I've got my kill switch. I also put in the pilot lamp, the dummy light for the alternator, which of course again the alternator is not currently installed, so the light does nothing yet. maybe I'll take a moment to explain that kill switch. Folks, I think I'm gonna save the kill switch explanation for another video, and here's why I'm gonna do that. First off, this was supposed to be more of an update for the shop than a tech video. I do tech videos, yep, just not this one. However, I've been fixing to kick off a new series of videos called Doc's Dirt Cheap DIY, where I'm going to give you tips, tricks, workarounds, techniques that, you know, cost very little, are easy to do. You know, your average mower guy can do it. You know, you don't have to be a genius mechanic to figure it out. So I think that's going to be the first episode of Doc's Dirt Cheap DIY. So stay tuned for that sucker, and let's just continue on with an overall update. It's a damn good thing that you can install Optima batteries on any angle, because that thing would not fit up and down. And as you can see, I'm in the middle of trying to figure out the bracket so it clears, it holds the battery, it doesn't interfere with the hood. Tight squeeze, but you got to get these things bracketed down. Anyway, she's a little dark over here, and I apologize for that. But you can see that everything's more or less in place. I offset the battery slightly to one side to make room for that universal ignition switch. And I've got a bunch of temporary wiring underneath the dash where you can't see it. I've already got the solenoid pack for the winch installed, and the winch cables are sitting there ready to go after I get the front end sorted out. Not that anybody has any doubts, but I'll show you the gas pedal. The engine's cold, so it's going to stutter a little bit. It hasn't been warmed up, but I'll show you. Either way, works well. Here's a little toy that I picked up in trade recently. Some of you on some of the Facebook groups have already seen this. It did belong to Jake Newman. Now it belongs to me. It's a puller that was, well, built for youths, I suppose. The brake and clutch pedal was extended way back. As you can see, the pedal pad just broke off. It wasn't a great weld, but that's okay. Seat's a little small. She hugs my hips. Interesting enough, this is a 2-speed vari drive. It's an MTD base, and you know, it's got the speed selector on it with 7, I'm going to use air quotes here, gears. But it's actually got a 2-speed shifter, so the transaxle is dual range. Anyways, interesting little beast. It's got your Vanny V twin, and that's why I picked it up. It's a 16 horse full pressure lube. Right now it's running a little weak. I think it might be flooding out. It strikes me that it's running rich. I'll deal with that later. I just picked this thing up primarily for the engine. I really don't know what I'm going to do with it quite yet. I might swap in an opposed twin I have kicking around, keep the Vanny for one of my projects, and flip it. So if we reach that point, I'll post it up for sale and y'all will know about it. It's kind of cool. It's got these Wicked Ag tires on it, 26, 12, 12 Firestones. And it's kind of neat, I'll give it that. It's got that fancy pants aluminum seat, and it's got the pulling rig on it, and the wheelie bars and the whole shooting match, and that that stack, that's funkadelic. Anyways, neat little piece. But this weather is just unbelievable. A lot of you have noticed that there's no snow, and here it is, what, the 26th, 27th of December? I've lost track of what day it is. Oh, poor M2. And there's no snow on the ground. And I'm out here in a sweater. It's hanging right around freezing. But it's not freezing. And I can dig it. Anyways, there's your little update. Last one for the year. Probably the last video for the year. So I hope everybody had themselves a very Merry Christmas. And I hope you all have a Happy New Year. And I'd like to thank you for tuning in and subscribing and sharing. And until next time, take care of yourself.